morning on this Friday, May the 16th. You're watching the VSB Evening News. I'm Kristen Martinez, and here's our top story. Premier Craig Cannonier delivered a heartfelt apology to the people of Bermuda through VSB News today. When asked if he regretted the Jetgate affair and would be careful not to accept such an invitation in the future, he was speaking about the claim in the Bermuda Sun today from U.S. developer Nathan Landau that he had contributed towards a $300,000 election campaign check for the OBA, but had made no deals with Mr. Cannonier.
I've stuck with what I know to be the facts and the truth, and again, you know, when you get these stories come out to corroborate exactly what you've been saying, this is a good thing for Bermuda. It's not a good thing necessarily for me, but it's a good thing for Bermuda. We will continue on to fight the cause of getting jobs back on the table, and this is about getting investors involved and getting investors into this country who want to get money to put on the table so that we can get Bermudians back to work.
Will you, perhaps when you're making decisions in the future, think perhaps more carefully or take a second look at some of the things that you do enthusiastically and automatically without realizing perhaps that they do offend against ethics sometimes?
Yeah, I think the one thing for Bermuda must know that I'm very apologetic about the plane ride. I sought advice, and the advice was that we were not in any contravention of anything, and hindsight is 20/20. Nothing illegal was done, so maybe I won't be taking any more jet plane rides.
Opposition leader Mark Bean said that no one in his party was trying to discourage people from investing in the kind of development that Mr. Landau appeared to be interested in.
Everyone in the Progressive Labour Party would like to see ground broken on the Club Med site as soon as possible, because the majority of the people in this country that are unemployed are either related to the tourism industry or the construction industry primarily. So we're not looking to stop any development, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And you cannot undergo a process with so much clouds and taintedness and expect for us to have beneficial results in 3 to 5 years. And so this actions or lack of actions by the One Bermuda Alliance government is putting the country at risk in terms of that particular development, and it also sets back the gaming debate. Because remember, the referenda was abandoned, and we were blamed for it, but it's now been revealed that this was part of the overall strategy. And so that tanks the whole concept of introducing gaming, which means that we have to reiterate our call to take it back to the people and let the people decide, once they are able to receive a comprehensive education on the pros and the cons of introduction of brick-and-mortar gaming in Bermuda.
Bermuda's first ever national training plan was unveiled today. Home Affairs Minister Senator Michael Fay says the plan identifying the 3 pillars of opportunities, current, emerging, and transitional, ensures a blueprint for the island's workforce development.
This plan will show the directions that people need to take at the jobs that are available. So it may be that people are qualified in areas where there's no jobs. What this plan is intending to do is to say, look, we know what's coming up in the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. This is where Bermudians, we need to go in terms of identifying those opportunities and get trained in those areas. For example, it's no good trying to go away and get, say, an aeronautical degree when in fact what we need are accountants. It's the same with the nursing profession in other areas. It's no good going away and getting a degree in something for which there's no opportunities in Bermuda. That's what this plan is aiming to do, and also direct people to the right training. Immigration policy can assist in getting individuals that have the qualifications into positions by making sure that employers are not tailoring ads and all those kinds of things, which we spend a lot of time working on. And phase 2 of work permit reform is coming out soon, which will help address some of those other concerns.
But as to the government's employment desires in the short term, the minister had this to say.
Obviously, lowering that unemployment rate is obviously of a grave concern, and making sure that we get that unemployment rate lowered. We believe it's at about 8%. I'd like to see that cut in half in the next couple of years, but some of that can actually be done through encouraging that inward development, through large construction projects. Obviously, we do have a concern that remains a concern, that as the hospital project starts to wind up, people need employment from that job. So obviously we have to encourage that direct inward investment. I believe that we're making great inroads on that. I sit on the Economic Development Committee. I see the proposals that are being made. I think we're moving in the right direction for some construction. But it is, to be honest with you, Charles, changing some of the conversation and making sure that it's not just saying, government, give me employment. It's also saying to those that are looking for opportunities, you need to get qualified.
Works Minister Patricia Gordon-Pamplin said in Parliament today that she could not understand why the opposition was making such a fuss about the stability of the cliffs at the Grand Atlantic Estate in Warwick. After all, they had commissioned engineering reports themselves while spending over $40 million on the White Elephant.
The PLP, as the government, had access to the engineers' reports. So if they were concerned or if they were convinced at that time that there was absolutely nothing to be concerned about, all they needed to do was to produce those reports. They never did. So these questions have continued to come, and there's nothing new here. The people who now have this period of exclusivity have looked at the engineering reports. They have, in fact, spoken with their own engineers as well, and they will be able to continue to consult with their engineers throughout this exclusivity period if they have further concerns.
Any price attached to any of this?
Well, the thing is that this is still a memorandum of understanding, so there's been no exchange of monies, there's been no determination as to what the price is likely to be. That will come once the exclusivity period has expired. It will come in the negotiation phase for a contract, and that then and only then will it be appropriate to even start to discuss the money. What we do know is that the cost of that development was somewhere north of $40 million, and it is absolutely not worth anywhere near what was paid for it. We are attempting to make lemonade out of the lemons.
It transpired in Parliament today that the government is looking favorably at the idea of placing the lucrative shipping and aircraft registries in Okwango rather than privatize them as the Sage Commission report had recommended. Minister of Tourism and Transport Sean Crockwell brought the subject up in a statement announcing the opening of a shipping registry office in Bermuda's London office.
We are looking at that. As you know, there were many recommendations by the Sage Commission in terms of these types of departments that were earmarked for either privatization or some other mechanism. We think Okwango is better because these departments generate significant revenue for the government, but they need to be able to be more agile, to be more effective and efficient, and sometimes being under the umbrella of the government that can slow the process up. So we think that both the Department of Maritime Administration and the Department of Civil Aviation can benefit from having a sort of a detached approach, so they will still be under the authority of government, but they'll be able to manage their affairs independently, and we think that would be a good model for Bermuda going forward.
They'll probably run the airport too?
Well, we are looking at different opportunities for the airport. As you know, we need development there. We need to modernize the airport. We need to, hopefully build a new airport there. And as a result of that, we're looking at the opportunities we can enter into. I know that quite a few ministries are exploring various options, and we're hoping that in the near future we can tell the country what our plans are.
And opposition leader Mark Bean said if that was the case, his party would offer its total support.
Our only concern was whether or not, based on the SAGE report, what was government's position in regards to maritime administration, because it has been indicated as a recommendation for maritime administration to be privatized or outsourced. The Minister, Crockwell, indicated that that is the last option on the table, and they're actually looking to shift maritime administration and civil aviation, which deals with both registries, into a Okwango type of format, which we have to wait to be seeing how effective it will be. The fact of the matter is that both registries are very profitable to the consolidated fund, and so it's something that we will certainly be against in terms of privatization, but anything that could make it more efficient, then the government will have 100% support.
Still ahead is Che with the weather preview.
Hey, thanks, Kristen. Let's take a look at the Doppler radar. Well, as you can see, not much going on right now, but will we have of beautiful weekend weather. Got my fingers crossed. I'll have more coming up later.
The weather radar picture provided courtesy of the Ministry of Transport on Vsb TV 11.
It's barbecue time. Purdue Fresh Value Pack chicken thighs, only $1.99 per pound. Imported Haitian mangoes, just $2.99 each, saving you $1. Save 60 cents on all varieties of Hunt's barbecue sauce, only $1.89 for an 18-ounce bottle. Dozen large imported brown or white eggs, just $2.89. All varieties of Wise potato chips, only $1.49 for a 3.75-ounce bag. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
Are you frustrated and confused by complex online banking systems? The quickest, easiest way to pay bills is with EasyPay.
They're very good. They're excellent. I'd recommend them all the time. EasyPay is the easy way.
The whole reason I joined EasyPay is because of what the name stands for. It's very easy to pay.
I've been using EasyPay for over 10 years. It really is an easy product to use.
Bill payment doesn't get any easier than EasyPay. Email Dal at easypay.bm or visit easypay.bm.
What does kindness look like in Bermuda? Sally has gone to school again today without breakfast. Lorraine has to make the choice between medication and paying her electric bill. And Ian, he's a parent overwhelmed and on the verge of letting his family down. So, what does kindness look like? Like this, Neighbors Helping Neighbors, offering a hand up to people with short-term financial challenges. People like Sally, Lorraine, and Ian, all helped by 3 local organizations: the Coalition for the Protection of Children, the Family Center, and Age Concern. So stop and think about what kindness means to you, and donate to each charity online or in person at Belco headquarters. Neighbors Helping Neighbors, fostering the spirit of giving in Bermuda. Promotional consideration sponsored by Belco.
For much more furniture, visit Bermuda's only Ashley Furniture Gallery. Big Savings Zone. You want the best? Forget the rest. For all your furniture needs, shop Big Savings Zone and support your local retailers. Have you ever ordered something online expecting it to be a certain price, but when it arrives it ends up being a whole lot more? Beware of those unexpected hidden fees. That never happens at Big Savings Zone. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Big Savings Zone at the end of Stocks Road, St. David's.
Next year, we're conducting the census, and now we have the new technology to do it even better. But we need your help in making sure the e-census will be ready to go. From May 21st through June 24th, we're pre-testing the e-census with 1,000 randomly selected households. If you receive this letter, you are part of that test. It's convenient, secure, confidential, and it is your civic duty, because people count. A message from the Bermuda Government Department of Statistics.
If you've been the victim of an uninsured or hit-and-run driver, your medical and other expenses may not be covered by your insurance. The good news is, there is coverage. The Motor Insurers Fund can provide you with compensation to help you through the crisis, whether suffering from physical injury, loss of wages, or extra expense incurred as a result of your injuries. For further information about the Motor Insurers Fund, visit mif.bm or call 505-8555. The Motor Insurers Fund, assurance after the unexpected.
Fashionistas throughout the island will be pleased to know that after a year of planning, the brand name Gap clothing line is available in Bermuda at the Gibbons Company. The unveiling of Gap menswear, womenswear, and kidswear took place just last night, and VSB's Julia Smat spoke to Gibbons CEO Paula Clark about the milestone in Bermuda's fashion industry.
Well, you know, we're always trying to gauge the expectations of our customers, and we've had call-outs from our customers that they wanted to see the big brand names that they see in the high streets of New York here in Bermuda. So we feel that adding Gap to our stable of world-known brand names such as Mango and Mac and Desigual and all of the others that we have here would be a great addition to Bermuda.
Can you tell me a little bit about the company Gap for those that aren't familiar with it or don't know that much about it?
Gap actually started in 1969 by Don and Doris Fisher, and the name Gap came because Don realized that there was a gap in the market. He couldn't find a pair of jeans that fit him, so he decided to open up a jean store and a music store together, and that really was the beginning of Gap.
What is unique about Gap's clothing line?
The uniqueness of it is it's cross-generational. It's an easy, clean lifestyle. It gives people the freedom to express their individual style. And there are key pieces. It's very accessible from a price point of view, and it's very stylish and modern.
The Gap clothing line area in the Gibbons Company store has a very fresh and chic look. Visual planner Tony Thompson was in charge of showcasing the items and said that it was a process that was very precise and took about 3 weeks to come together.
Well, we actually followed the Gap guidelines. They're very particular about how they want their product laid out, because when you go into any Gap store throughout the world, they want each Gap to look. They want the customer to feel that they're in the same Gap, whether it be in New York, Tokyo, or now Bermuda. So we followed their guidelines. We actually had one of the Gap merchandisers come down from the New York-based store. He's in charge of all the New York stores, and he was very helpful in putting together the Gap store.
Students from various schools around the island have teamed up with Noble Auto, who runs a program aimed at teaching the teens mechanics as well as how to restore vehicles. In the upcoming months, the students will aid in restoring police vehicles that will be showcased during Police Week. One of the participants, Cedar Bridge Academy student Daniel Fogo, explained what he gained from the experience.
It's very fun. It's really good for teaching teamwork between me and my friends and people I don't even know. I've had to work with people I've almost never seen before, just seen them walking in the halls, and I've been able to get next to them, get my hands dirty, get some work done. I've been able to learn the parts of the car, bike, all types of vehicles, what they do, how they work. It's great. It's a great jump start to learning to what you want to do.
Another Cedar Bridge Academy student, Kobe Ferreira, also partakes in the program and says that the opportunity has opened his eyes up to a career choice that he hadn't previously considered.
I never really saw myself as being working for automobiles in the future, but after becoming a member of this program and really starting it, I can see myself actually having a future here. So from this program, I hope to maybe have like a broader career options, because now after doing this I can see myself actually doing this in a couple years and going to school and learning these things, because especially since I'm in high school, I'm going to be graduating soon, so I can see myself doing this. So it's a great opportunity to really broaden my career choices.
Now here's a look at the daily markets presented by Bias.
Global equity markets eased on Friday as concerns about future economic growth weighed on share prices on Wall Street. U.S. stocks rose following the biggest drop in a month for the S&P as small-cap shares reversed declines amid a faster-than-forecast gain in the pace of home construction. Stocks were higher on the Bermuda Stock Exchange on Friday. Most European indices advanced on the day. The FTSE 100 index rose 0.22% to 6,856 as data showed gains in the U.S. housing outweighed a slide in consumer confidence in the world's largest economy. Asian stocks fell after China's bad loans jumped the most since 2005. The Nikkei 225 dropped 1.41% to 14,097. The ASX declined 0.58% to 5,479. Latin American indices advanced on the day. Argentina's Merval rose 1.42% to 6,881. Brazil's Bovespa increased 0.26% to 53,983 as a rally among utilities reversed losses in the first quarter. U.S. Treasury bonds fell for the first time in 4 days as a report showed the pace of housing starts accelerated more than forecast last month. 10-year yields rose 3 basis points to 2.52%. The euro fell against most of its major peers as investors sold peripheral government bonds amid speculation the region's economy remains sluggish. And that's a look at your daily markets, presented by Bias.
Save $4 on imported seedless watermelons, just $10.99 each. Certified Angus beef top sirloin steak, only $8.99 per pound. All varieties of Breyer's ice cream, just $7.89 for a 48-ounce tub. Clean up this holiday with Bounty napkins, only $4.89 for a package of 200. All varieties of Yoplait yogurt, just $1.09 for a 6-ounce tub. Have a safe and happy Bermuda Day holiday from the marketplace.
You can count on us. Copyfax is Bermuda's authorized Samsung dealer. See a large range of Samsung color and black and white multifunctional machines, printers, scanners, faxes, and copiers, and all networkable. Copyfax has Samsung machines suitable for home, office, or any size business in an A4 format, taking up less room than other similar equipment. And replacement supplies are in stock for all of their Samsung products. Affordable shopping at Copyfax Limited, where service comes first.
Are you paying more than one provider? More than you should? Why? Prepare to be wowed! Voice, long distance, high-speed internet, TV, and HD TV. One package, one stop, one customer care level. Excellent! One bill! Enjoy local and long-distance minutes, TV and HD TV, your choice of internet speed, and so much more. From only $184.99 monthly for everything.
For more information, visit wow.bm or call 292-1969.
Bermuda is me.
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 Bermuda is all of us. Happy Heritage Month from Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
Hi, I'm Peter Javetic, host of Season to Taste. Tune in on Tuesday night during the Vsb Tv 11 News. I'll be here with Norma Cross from Outerbridge's Sherry Peppers, and she'll be preparing this lovely pork dish with Outerbridge's barbecue sauce, and find out what the Gosling's wine of the week is.
Tuesday during the Vsb TV 11 News.
Bermuda is in the running to host one of the world's most prestigious sailing contests. Last night it was announced that the island has been shortlisted as a potential venue for the 2017 America's Cup. VSB News' Chris Lodge has the details.
The island submitted a bid to hold the event in March after being approached by organizing body the America's Cup Event Authority, or ACEA. Last night it was confirmed that the island is one of just 4 locations vying to host the 2017 competition. A final decision will be made in September. Announcing the development, Premier Craig Cannonier said this is a great opportunity for Bermuda on many levels. He said the America's Cup is a spectacular sporting event, attracting worldwide attention, generating business, jobs, and extensive television exposure for the host location. He commended the work of the bid team put together by Dr. Grant Gibbons, Economic Development Minister. Dr. Gibbons saying the team is now in the process of working with the America's Cup Event Authority to secure corporate sponsorships, which are a prime requirement in determining the successful final bid. In the next month or so, the authority will narrow the selection to just 2 possible locations, with the final decision by September. Now, if Bermuda is successful in being selected as one of 2 final locations, it will be assured a World Series event, which is part of the Challenger Series for the Cup, regardless of whether it is ultimately successful in its bid to host the finals. I'm Chris Lodge, VSB News.
Bermuda Cablevision invites you to attend an inspiring concert called To Bermuda with Love. This uniquely Bermudian family event will be held at the National Sports Center on Sunday, May 25th at 5:30 p.m. The concert will benefit Cablevision's Open Hands Loving Hearts food drive, which collects and distributes food to charities across Bermuda who are running feeding programs for the needy. Start celebrating Bermuda Day early with performances by some of Bermuda's most talented entertainers, including gospel artists, children's groups, choirs, jazz musicians, and more. There is no monetary admission fee. However, you are asked to bring 3 non-perishable food items per person to donate to the Open Hands Loving Hearts food drive. Everyone is invited to come out and enjoy this one-of-a-kind family evening, which will inspire and uplift you while you help a very worthy cause. See you on May 25th.
The defunct broadcasting company is proud to present movies of Bermuda's history by Bermudian filmmakers every Wednesday and Friday during May at 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. on Vsb Tv 11 during Heritage Month, appreciating our diversity. Weekdays on Mix 106 FM and 1450 AM radio, Did You Know vignettes of quotes, interviews and features on Bermuda's history, songs and artists. Kindly sponsored by Colonial Insurance, Belco, The Power to Save, Lindo's, Why Go Anyplace Else, by Bermuda Investment Advisory Services, and by Goslings.
Well, sunny but not too hot and a great way to start the weekend. I'm Jay Barker and this is your weather. Let's take a look at our weather shot for today. It's a great shot sent in by Deandra Birch. This morning at sunrise, you can see the sun just peeking its way over the horizon, trees in the front. And this was the shot to take us into what was, like I said, a pretty beautiful day. Lots of sun, but it never got up to that 76 we saw just a few days ago. Thanks to Deandra Birch for sending that in. Our high today, as you can see, 72 degrees at 10 a.m. Our low temperature, 7 a.m., 66 degrees. Currently, we're looking at 69 degrees, humidity 55%, winds out of the east-southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and the barometric pressure is falling at 30.21 inches. So far for May, well, 1.3 inches. We haven't seen a lot lately, to be completely honest. Total for the year, 22.33 inches, and you look at that, we're catching right up to the normal, which is 20.08 inches. Keep in mind, we were 5 inches off a little earlier this year. Well, high pressure continues to build in from our north, bringing drier conditions and decreasing winds on Friday and on Saturday. Now, clouds begin to increase on Saturday ahead of a frontal boundary which moves in late Sunday. This will produce few showers and increase winds to moderate on Monday. In the Gateway City, 74 and mostly cloudy in Atlanta, 72 and partly cloudy in Boston, Charlotte partly cloudy and 74, 75 and mostly cloudy in London, mostly sunny and 82 in Miami, partly cloudy, 73 in New York, Orlando mostly sunny and 85, 72 and partly cloudy in Philadelphia, 54 and mostly cloudy in Toronto and Washington. We're looking at partly cloudy and 71 degrees. For tonight, low temperature around 67, partly cloudy, winds out of the east-southeast at 8 to 12 knots, and you see they'll move easterly overnight. For tomorrow, high temperature of around 74, so a little better than today, partly cloudy, winds out of the east at 5 to 10 knots, then they'll move to the northeast by afternoon, and by the evening, they will be northerly. For mariners tonight, there's no small craft warnings in effect. Seas inside the reef 1 to 2 feet. Seas outside the reef 4 to 6 feet. And your temperature 75 degrees. For mariners tomorrow, no warnings are in effect. Seas inside the reef 1 foot. Seas outside 4 to 6 feet. High tide at 11:03 a.m. and low tide 5:14 p.m. Take a look at our 5-day forecast. Saturday, sunny periods, high of around 74. Sunny breaks, high of 73. Monday, mostly cloudy with a few showers, easing overnight, high of 73. Tuesday, sunny breaks with a few showers, high of 72. And Wednesday, partly cloudy, high of around 74. And now we have our photo winner of the week, and lucky dog. Here we have a lucky dog. This gets to run around on the beach. This is a great shot sent in by Peter Clark, and this is just perfect Bermuda weather, perfect Bermuda day. And Peter Clark's a lucky dog too, because he is a winner of Dinner for Two. Don't forget to send in your shot, and you could be next week's winner. Thanks to the Bermuda Weather Service for all their help. And a reminder, annual In Motion Dance Showcase has just gone online. Tickets available at PTix and In Motion. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you again real soon.
From all of us here at VSB, I'm Kristen Martinez, and have a great weekend.
Wardrobe and makeup for Kristen Martinez, provided by Gibbons Company.
Vsb TV 11, Bermuda.